The global markets continue to focus on rising U.S. China tensions. Eunice Yoon is live in Beijing. She joins us right now. And Eunice, it is really good to see you. It's been way too long. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, Becky. But, you know, it looks as though China's top intelligence agency is concerned that those tensions between the U.S. and China are just going to continue to get worse. In fact, apparently last month, researchers at the Ministry of State Security presented to President Xi Jinping himself their concerns that the global pushback over the coronavirus and the anti-China sentiment is just as bad, if not worse, than what it was during the 1989 crackdown on Tiananmen Square protesters. So the Reuters was told by sources that the internal report warned that China could see a pushback on cooperation for investment projects such as Belt and Road, that this could potentially encourage the U.S. to step up financial and military support with regional allies, making the security situation in Asia from China's perspective much less stable. And finally, that the paper concluded that the U.S. would continue to fan this anti-Beijing sentiment in order to undermine China's rise, and in a worst-case scenario, could eventually lead to an armed confrontation between Washington and Beijing. Now, it's unclear how seriously Beijing's leaders are taking this report. The foreign ministry wouldn't comment on it. But what I think is interesting is the fact that this report was leaked at all. And I think it indicates just that there are divisions within the Chinese government, as you'd expect, but often is not highlighted publicly, that there are divisions about what's become a much more aggressive and combative diplomatic style coming out of Beijing.
It is good to see you again. I don't know why we don't check in more. I saw an interesting Politico piece. Did you guys see this one? It says that China's really proud of the way they handled coronavirus, and they're kind of laughing at the United States response. That's on Politico this morning. Did you see that, Eunice? I'll send it to you. But
all the time. Oh, I thought you meant in the state press and in the social media.
But it was Politico.
But
so.
We see it all the time.
Yeah,
no.
I'll
State,
send it to you.
It's quite common on television or in the papers about how poorly the U.S. has handled this, how the U.S. had a heads up for 2 months, that the Chinese were able to clamp down very quickly and, in fact, are quite gracious by giving all of the protective gear to various countries and have been able to manage this quite well from China's perspective.
Kudos, China. Thank you.